A few minutes before practice, coach let me know. I get to go out there and showcase what I'm able to do with the ones a little bit. And first NFL experience, I'm excited for it, but same rodeo, just get to play ball again.
One of the most exciting rookies for 2023, Anthony Richardson, ready to showcase his talent and his ability when he gets onto the field. The Colts trying to play some games with us, showing both Richardson and Gardner Minshew as the co-starters. Baloney. Bull crap. Maybe, just maybe, it's another Urban Meyer clumsy effort to try to trade Gardner Minshew, because there's no way in hell Gardner Minshew is starting. Jim Irsay wants Anthony Richardson on the field. They want to see what this guy can do, and he needs the reps to get to his maximum ability. He hasn't played a whole lot of football, grand scheme of things. They need to get him to play and get the game to slow down. And once the game slows down for Anthony Richardson, that's when he's going to take off, Myles.
Yeah, Mike, I'd never seen that or on the depth chart before with a quarterback like that. So, I think that's wild that the Colts would do something like that, especially because it's something that the Jaguars did a couple of years ago with Trevor Lawrence and
never
Gardner
seen it
Minshew.
before.
I've never seen it in my life. But I think, what this reminds me of, Mike, is actually Trey Lance. Because in a perfect world, this is what the 49ers would have been able to do when they picked him, is just put him out there and play him a lot and make sure that he gets some sort of reps so that he gets ready, because he needs to play football, right? And Anthony Richardson needs to play more football as a quarterback. And that's not a bad thing. It's just, this is how you develop. So yeah, I want to see Anthony Richardson get out there. I want to see him with the first team offensive line so that he can actually make some plays, so that he can actually be protected, And it's another one of those deals where it's like, all right, just get in and out of the huddle. Let's not have any pre-snap penalties. If the play is there, make it. If it's not, throw it away. Let's get back to the huddle and let's just go on to the next thing. And so I hope he's able to get that operation right, because he really should be, as you said, one of the most exciting rookies that we've got in the NFL for 2023.
You hit the nail on the head, though. When you're going to invest that much in a quarterback, especially if you trade up like the 49ers did, full investment, 3 first-round picks and a third-round pick for that player, you can't do the half measures thing. You can't do the, well, we're gonna get him ready, behind the scenes. And remember, there was this expectation 2 years ago that we were going to see Trey Lance packages, and I almost think Kyle Shanahan got irritated by it and said, "The hell with it, I'm not going to do it." And Jimmy Garoppolo probably didn't like it either, because remember, after that season, he said, "I wouldn't wish that on anyone." I mean, he was the starting quarterback, and he said, "I wouldn't wish that on anyone." So you introduce a lot of tension into your established football apparatus when you have a starter that you intend to keep, but you make that kind of a move to bring in the next guy. That's where you have to take a step back from football and look at the human dynamics and realize we got a mess here. And you can't just work that Band-Aid off slowly. You got to rip that Band-Aid away, and you got to say, this is our guy, like the Colts are doing. And they have no equity with Gardner Minshew. He's new to the team. There isn't some incumbent guy there. This isn't like, well, we got to placate Matt Ryan. Ryan's long gone. This is Anthony Richardson. They can play all the games they want on their depth chart, but it's Anthony Richardson, and that's the right way to do it. Otherwise, with the 4th overall pick in the draft, you take somebody else.
Yes, exactly. And look, Gardner Minshew knows Shane Steichen from their shared time with the Philadelphia Eagles, and that probably helps Anthony Richardson because he knows the system, right? He understands what the verbiage is. And so, when you're player to player, you can sometimes help guys out in a way that coaches to player can't necessarily do it. And that's just the way it is. And I think that that's a good thing to have somebody who is willing to be that kind of mentor. And everything that I've read and seen and heard from Gardner Minshew out of Indianapolis has basically been really supportive of Anthony Richardson. So that's also a good thing. But yeah, I think at this point, it seems like the Colts are taking the right approach with the guy in Anthony Richardson. And I think he's in a good situation with Shane Steichen because we've seen it in recent years, right? He helps develop Justin Herbert. He helps develop Jalen Hurts. That to me, I don't know if you're in a better spot with a better mentor than a guy like that.
And we can only hope that after Anthony Richardson's preseason debut, when he's meeting with reporters, one of the reporters asks him about Gardner Minshew for his impressions on the veteran. And his response is, smells like cigarettes. We can only hope. We can only hope. That's a very, very inside joke for those of you who watched PFTPM a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And something that Myles and I mention to each other from time to time. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.